with FrankYang, and he just taught me a all-natural pre-workout. What is it? Seizure high. Every now and then, you gotta switch up your workout so your muscles be like, damn, what the fuck is going on? I'm used to doing this, but now you fucking with me, and I ain't know what's going on. And that's how you induce growth. If you're doing the same shit all the time, and you look at yourself in the mirror, and you look the same shit all the time, that's because you're doing the same shit all the time, and you're fucking yourself up by doing the same shit all the time. You ain't want to do that shit. Explode hard, and then I'm supersetting that with some side dumbbell raises. Today's emphasis is mainly on chest and shoulders. Philosophical debate. Where it's like, which one comes first?
I think.
I think your brain that is thinking of things. Are we like the Matrix in a little pod? Are we like dreaming of things?
Are we like receiving things or producing things? So like DMT like breaks that duality. Like that doesn't even become a question anymore. It's both and neither at the same time. That's
fucking crazy, man. That's some crazy shit.
You know how you have to do both sprints and like powerlifting to be fast? Meditation is kind of like, you know, doing like squats and like heavy lifting. You have to have that foundation kind of. On one side of the spectrum, and then DMT is more like sprints, like plyometrics. You need to do both to like be at the highest like optimum performance level for the mind. Imagine that your normal perception is a line drawn in the middle of a sphere, and psychedelics is at the top of the sphere, but meditation is at the bottom of the sphere. And now if you go down deep enough in both ends, the two extremes meet. And then you realize all three layers are the same.
You know what I do want to kind of try though is DMT. Have y'all ever tried DMT? So I was talking to a buddy of mine who's actually like a pharmacological, and he's doing research and he's trying to conduct all these studies with the brain and how it affects relationships and stuff. But what he was telling me about DMT, you're supposed to be able to question your own existence and soul. It is the most introspective substance you can take. When you're gonna take it though, be ready to die. So be willing to come face to face with the most vulnerable version of yourself.
I'm ready to die. Right in the battlefield.
Definitely the craziest
experience. Would you do it once a year?
I did it like 6 months ago, the last time I did it. Just thinking about it, like, do I really want to do this again? Do I really want to reset my life every year? Because it's like basically a reset button of your life.
I knew like this trip to California, I knew if I didn't do it, I knew like this is one of the reasons why I came here. Lena inspired me to do it. At first, when she said she wanted to do it, I was like, fuck, that means I have to do it with her, right? Like I'm getting burned, like my ego is getting burned into a pussy.
So are you still a sex addict?
The two major pillars on this path are no self and absolute infinity. The former was revealed to me during my first 10-day silent retreat. But up to this point, I had not experienced the latter. If meditation feels like skinning yourself alive layer after layer, DMT feels like somebody takes a gun and just shoots you in the face. The first time I did it, I don't think I broke through. Dude,
check it out.
Do you know DMT?
Dude, I've never fucked with that.
I smoked 5 MEO DMT like 2 weeks ago.
Hold it in. Look at the sun. Stay at the
sun. You know DMT, there's two types. Like this, the normal kind, and there's the 5 MEO, right? 5 MEO is 10 times stronger than the normal kind. So the whole time that I was acting in this music video, there was only one thing on my mind: whether or not I should kill myself. Am I just patting his head?
Yeah.
But eventually I did it because of this thought that arose and materialized into my life through Instagram.
I'm going first?
I don't know if I'm going to do it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a little nervous right now, so I'm thinking about it.
I'm nervous too.
5-MeO-DMT is the most powerful psychedelic known to mankind. I wouldn't even categorize it as being a psychedelic. If anything, it's an anti-psychedelic psychedelic. When you break through, there's barely any visuals. Because unlike other psychedelic, you're stripping away every single program of the mind, including the matrix of itself, until you're left with raw, unfiltered reality. This is what I mean when I try to use the word truth or consciousness or love or God. Holy shit. The fuck?
I don't give a fuck what he does.
Penetrate through the holographic but infinite nature of all matter. What Einstein called frozen energy is now arising and passing nano moment by nano moment, and this is far more frightening, radical, and beautiful than aliens and awesome deity. I had to be passionalized through the whole trip by emptying out every particle in my being so I can get fucked by God or reality raw. It wasn't even a mind fuck. It was beyond the mind. Since emptiness has no size, points, or dimensions, zooming infinitely into the spaces inside my atoms is the same as zooming outward into the furthest region of the universe.
Would you like me to navigate you? This boy is lost and found.
What the fuck?
How was your DMT trip? And how do you know you broke through?
And I knew I broke through when I saw it. I see exactly the same thing that I'm seeing right now, but with
What did you feel?
but a completely different. Time is a fake natty. It's a result of the limitation my finite mind imposes on eternity, collapsing infinity into linear and sequential fragments.
In the beginning, reality is like a blank piece of paper, and to know itself, it contracts itself by bending on itself over and over, like a mirror reflecting on its own reflection,
Hence self-awareness.
creating fractals known as form or separate self. The same way we create dreams and then enter into our own imagination as characters who can then experience and perceive that dream.
What about DMT, Frank?
The first time I did it, I was stuck in this orgy. A fucking infinity number of women and men. Just like, but everything was me. I was just like fucking it.
You were just fucking yourself from different angles.
Yeah, from infinity, the fractals of bodies. Infinity loops back to you. So you are the source of that infinity. And you are God. And everybody's God if they take away their programs.
There's no separation. Like I felt that with the sex thing, but I felt like I could go deeper than that. I was like, okay, I'm having sex with like infinity. I was still like in the sex world. I have to let that go. I have to rip that apart from me so I can experience reality. But now like I can see like, I can apply that to like right now.
God created the universe by fapping to itself, fapping to itself. The separate selves then attempt to return to infinity through objects or in relationships, not knowing union can only be found in returning to its own source, which is nothingness, and it's not a void, but a shapeshifter with the infinite potentiality to take on any form, but it has no form in and of itself. Emptiness is form is emptiness is form is emptiness. Something doesn't come from nothing, it is nothing.
When I was a kid, I used to grow up at Temple, so like ever since I was a kid, I've been hearing the same philosophy, but all the effects of DMT sounds just like everything my mom would teach me.
Yeah.
My mom should take it. I take my mom to a shaman.